What's up, folks? Zepho TBS back again. I know it. You don't even have to say it. You don't even have to say it. It's been forever. And if my calculations are correct, it's been about 8 months, maybe even 9. Now, if you go back to my page and you look at my last upload, it might say 7 months. If I had to guess, it probably says 7 months. But I waited a month before I uploaded my last video. There for about 3 months, I completely checked out of YouTube. Completely, 100%. I don't think I commented or watched anything. If I did, it was on very, very rare occasions. But since 2020, you know, I watch here and there. I don't watch as much as I used to. I just can't. But, yeah, I mean, there's just been, since August of last year, there's been a lot of changes. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Still married, everything, got kids and all that. Haven't lost anything. It just, I had to change the way I went about things. In my personal life, and financially, stuff like that. You know, just being smart. And during the course of going through all that, you know, I came to the conclusion that I needed to move a lot of stuff. And, you know, part of that needed to be moved was the Juan Gonzalez collection. And I have sold a lot of it. And I will be selling more once the market returns. At the end of it, I want to be between 25 and 40 Gonzalez cards. Stuff that I just, you know, it has sentimental value, so I don't want to get rid of it. But everything else is subject to be moved. And it will be moved. Like I said, once the market comes back. But haven't been buying much. Haven't really bought anything other than one Gonzalez card. But what I have been doing quite a bit before the market fell out was flipping stuff. Buying stuff from my LCS and then turn around and flipping it. And I was doing great with that. So, you know, that's one of the changes that I've made. But I don't go out and actively buy stuff anymore. I just don't do things the way I used to. Very much reserved in my approach to the hobby now. But yeah, I mean, that's been it. But what have I been up to? Still a ton of fishing. I fish every single day. Every day. Some people do certain things. They go for a walk in the morning. They go run. You know, get on the treadmill, whatever, to get their head right. Some people smoke dope and get their head right before work. I go fishing. That's what I do. Many times on lunch break, I go fishing. But that's kind of my thing. And it's been that since probably May of last year. And I haven't stopped. And it's just a healthy way of keeping my head right, just keeping my focus and just keeping on par with everything. But it's been a lot of fun. And for anyone, I know of 3 people on YouTube that fish or semi-active or active fishermen. And that is Denny. That is Purple GT, Steve. And that is Bobby, AF Cop 13. Those 3 guys are the only ones that I know that fish. So if anybody on here does actively fish, man, I would love to know. Would love to keep connected with you guys. And one way, I will say this. Many of y'all were friends with me on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook anymore. Like, I still have my account. It is deactivated, though. So you can't find me on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. Like, I don't get on Facebook. But I am on an app. It is a fishing app. It's called FishBrain. For anyone who's interested, I will leave a link. For real this time. I will leave a link in the description box to FishBrain. It is like Facebook or Instagram for fishermen. Or for anglers. That's kind of my choice of words. But if you're an angler, FishBrain is a great way to connect with people around you, if you're social in that aspect. But finding people who fish around you and stuff like that, I mean, it's a great way to do it. So I will leave my info along with a link to Fishbrain for anyone who wants to keep tabs on what I'm doing, because you won't be able to do it on Facebook if you're on Facebook still. But yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I love fishing. I love it. Bass fishing, that's it for me. I love it. And we're in the heart of it right now, and 2020 has been a great year for me and fishing. But I've got stuff to show. Cards, believe it or not. And I'm going to go ahead and get into it now because there's a story with the last one. And I love telling stories. Y'all know this. So, that being said, let's get into it. First off, it is a Gonzalez pickup. And this is a card that whenever I come across these, I have many of them. And you'll know what I'm talking about here in a minute. But I don't have them all. But they are the Donruss stat lines. Season and career, I think, was how they were broken up. But this is from 2004. In my opinion, this is the prettiest one that Gonzalez has. Beautiful card, rainbow foil. It's numbered to 49. And I love the fact that there was a 2004 card where he was not pictured in a Royals uniform. I think that is great, because I don't like him as a Royal. Like, in my head, I hate the thought of it. Never thought of him as an Indian or a Tiger. He wasn't in my head. He was a Ranger, and he always will be. But that is the season stat line. It's numbered to 49 because of 49 runs. Beautiful card. Love it. And I will pick those up when I come across them. They're not that expensive, but I just love them. I think it's a really cool parallel. So, next up, I did 4 hanger boxes, believe it or not, of 2020 tops. Just kind of chasing the rookies, looking for slab candidates to potentially flip. But, I mean, we all know what that looks like with PSA right now. I mean, that's going to be a long wait when they come back. And I'm not happy about it. I've got 4 or 5 things that I'm submitting. And there's no telling when I'll see them again. But anyway, back to the boxes. Out of 4 hanger boxes, got the rookies, all but one. I got all the key rookies except for the Yordan Alvarez. Didn't pull that. But I did pull this. Out of the insert set of him, Vlad Guerrero Jr. This is a black parallel. It's numbered to 299, and it is numbered 27 of 299. So his jersey number, believe it or not. So that was kind of cool. It is available. I mean, I've got it listed on eBay right now, but it's got a ton of watchers, but just no action because there is no market right now. So if you're interested and you want that, let me know. We can work something out off eBay, no fees and all that. And y'all know me. Y'all know me. And I can get that out like pronto. Next up, this old Dominican butthole or wherever he's from, Venezuela. I bought this before the whole sign stealing fiasco, and now I'm mad at this guy. Such talent, but such an absolute butthole. To refuse his apologies, him and Bregman and everything, just so stupid. So dumb, just absolute ignorance. I'm not necessarily mad at the Astros. Like, a lot of people hate the Astros, but I'm just mad because you can't apologize. It's so easy to apologize. Just apologize. I don't apologize. I'm not apologizing. But 2011 Topps update. We all know and love that set. But the Jose Altuve. So, bad investment there. I mean, I didn't pay much for it, but I don't think that card will ever regain its previous value. I just don't. I think they're blackballed now. I really do. Maybe they won't be. That would be great for me. But next up, still love the 90s. Just don't buy any of it that much. And if I do, it's to flip it. And this was one of them that I bought cheap to flip. Amazing condition. No chipping, no nothing. I've got the Frank Thomas of this that I pulled. And it is chipped up like crazy. And I pulled the card, but it was adhered to the card behind it, or in front of it. But no chipping on this. Griffey, 4-star, StarQuest from '98, Collector's Choice. So very cool. That is that. Yeah, hopefully the market will return and I can flip that at some point, because Griffey stuff, good Lord, dude, if you've got it, that's money. Next up, Rockin' Ronnie. Awesome, awesome, awesome. PSA 10 in the update. I've got 3 of these. When I was talking just a minute ago about cards I've got waiting to be submitted. 2 or 3, I can't remember. I want to say it's 3. Maybe it's not. I think it's 3 Acuñas, a Ohtani, and Soto, all from update. But I'm hoping the Acuñas come back 10s. I really do, but I don't know when I'll ever see them again. And then this last card. Love this, and I love the fact that I've got a little bit of time to talk about it. All right. First off, put this in mind. Keep 2 things in mind. 1991, Donruss Studio, or Leaf Studio. I can't remember. I want to say it was Leaf Studio in 91, and then it became Donruss Studio in 92. Remember that design. Maroon borders, black and white pictures, or black and white photos in a studio. It was almost like you went to get your picture made. Remember that, and then keep this in mind. Back then, those cars were designed and produced here in Memphis. So everything involving that product, 91 Studio, happened here. Now what happens from time to time is at my LCS, my buddy Brad's shop, people will come in that used to work at Leaf. And they will come in and sell things, you know, a lot of junk stuff. A lot of junk stuff. I would love to go into detail on that, but he turns them away. But he does come across some amazing stuff from time to time. And this card, along with 3 others just like it, just different players, are one of those things. Just one of those things. I've seen some amazing stuff. But now, keep in mind, that maroon border, 91 Studio, written in cursive across the top. That. Okay, I know you're laughing. Don Zimmer. I know. I know. All I see is him getting flung across the infield by old what's-his-nuts. But anyway, there's that. Same photos. Look at BJ Surhoff. Picture that with a maroon border and 91 Studio across the top. But here it says Portraits 91. Portraits 91. That's because this was the design that it could have been. That's the design that 91 Studio could have been. It was up against this, and I'm sure probably something else. But this is what they had whittled it down to. Now, I know everybody likes to think that the Pinnacle bankruptcy stuff, and I'm one of them, they think that is the epitome of rare. A lot of that bankruptcy stuff was supposed to make pack out. This wasn't. This is cutting room material stuff. This is a design that they decided not to go with. This is super rare. This is the only one that has ever hit the secondary market. It's one card. As you can see, they just, you know, that's how they do it when they're trying to pick designs. It's very raw. This card is very raw. It is, it's got some chipping because it got passed around a table. So, you know, this is super rare. And I have access to 3 others. There were 4 cards that he had. I finally talked him into letting me purchase this. I will be purchasing the others. At least 2 of the 4 will be available. I will show them in probably the next video. So, if you are interested at all, if this toots your horn and you don't care about the fact that it's got Don Zimmer and BJ Surhoff on it, let me know if you're in the market for something like this, because this is super rare. I know a lot of y'all don't have to tell that, but some of y'all, it might not make sense. But that is it. I hope you're doing well. I love you all. I'm still here, and I will talk to you later. Be good. Be nice.